It began with a move. Kody Brown's decision to uproot his family from Las Vegas wasn't just controversial, it was the spark that lit a firestorm. But hidden behind the cameras was an even bigger secret. A live confrontation between Christine and Robyn that never aired. Was this the moment the Brown family truly fell apart? Tonight, we reveal the story the cameras captured, but the world never saw. Kody promised Vegas would be freedom, but for Christine, Janelle, Meri, and Robyn, it became walls of isolation. The distance between their homes mirrored the distance growing in their hearts. And when Kody unveiled his next plan, to leave Vegas for good, the cracks widened. What followed was betrayal, anger, and a confrontation so explosive it was buried in secrecy.
I got in trouble for being the one that manipulated everybody into places, and I did not do that. That made me look like an idiot. I don't need to go out there and do all this.
Part 1. What happens when a dream city becomes a nightmare? When the bright lights of Las Vegas turn into shadows of family conflict? Now we unravel Kody Brown's most controversial decision yet, moving the family out of Vegas. But was it a bold move for survival, or the final crack that broke the family apart? Kody brought his wives and children here for a new beginning, a city of promises, privacy, and opportunity. But instead of unity, what followed was isolation, financial strain, and emotional unraveling. And then came Kody's plan, a plan so controversial, it divided fans, shook the family dynamic, and set the internet ablaze. At first, Vegas seemed perfect. Each wife had her own home, each child their own space, but the distance between houses became symbolic of the growing distance. In the family, Christine felt lonely. Janelle struggled with finances. Meri grew increasingly detached. And Robyn, often labeled the favorite, seemed caught between loyalty and guilt. Behind closed doors, resentment was brewing. And then, Kody dropped the bombshell. Kody wanted out. He wanted the family to leave Vegas, buy land in Flagstaff, and start again. But to many, inside and outside the family, it felt like ripping roots out of the ground. Fans were shocked. Why uproot children from schools? Why sell homes at a loss? Why gamble stability for a dream that wasn't fully formed? This is selfish. What about the kids? Kody only thinks about control. Was Kody chasing unity or control? As the move became reality, the family began fracturing. Christine's frustrations boiled over. Janelle questioned the finances. Meri distanced herself further. And Robyn, despite appearing supportive, was visibly overwhelmed. For many viewers, this was no longer reality TV drama. This was the tragic unraveling of a family in real time. The climax came when the move didn't bring unity. Instead, it accelerated division. Fans now look back at the Vegas to Flagstaff move as the turning point, the moment everything began to collapse. Kody's dream of one big house in Flagstaff, never built. The land, still sitting. The family, splintered. But here's the twist. Did Kody know it would end this way? Or was he blind to the cracks already forming? Children crying about leaving friends, wives voicing doubts, fan interviews. He destroyed the family with that move. Maybe Kody thought a new place could fix old wounds. But in chasing that dream, he lost sight of the very foundation of family, trust, love, and unity. The internet erupted. Social media campaigns, hashtags, heated debates on Facebook groups and Reddit threads. For many, the move was the ultimate betrayal. Tweet read aloud, "Vegas wasn't the problem, Kody was." Facebook fan voiceover, "He traded stability for control, and he lost." In the end, the lights of Vegas may have faded, but the shadow of that decision continues to haunt Kody Brown and his family. So what do you think? Was Kody's move out of Vegas a bold step for freedom, or the final mistake that shattered everything? Part 2. Imagine a scene so explosive, it never made it to air. A secret confrontation between Christine and Robyn that producers kept hidden. Until now. What was so raw, so controversial, that fans were never allowed to see it? For years, Sister Wives has shown us drama, tears, and conflict. But behind the cameras, there was one moment so intense, it threatened to tear everything apart. Tonight, we uncover the live confrontation that never aired. Christine versus Robyn, two women at the heart of the Brown family storm. But this time, it wasn't scripted drama. It was real, and it was personal. By the time the confrontation happened, tensions were already high. Christine felt unheard, undervalued, and increasingly alienated. Robyn, often seen as Kody's favored wife, stood as both confidant and target. Christine's frustrations about loyalty, fairness, and family unity boiled over. For Robyn, the constant accusations became unbearable, and when the two faced off, it was like lightning striking dry ground. According to insiders, this wasn't just an argument. This was a showdown that shook the entire set. Christine confronted Robyn directly. Was she manipulating Kody? Was she the reason the family felt broken? Robyn fired back, accusing Christine of bitterness, jealousy, and abandonment. The crew froze. Producers debated. Did they keep rolling, or cut it to protect reputations? What happened next explains why you never saw it on TV. This can't air. It'll destroy the brand. It was too raw, too real. They weren't acting anymore. Christine stormed out. Robyn broke down in tears. The wives were never the same again, and fans never knew the truth. The twist? This secret confrontation wasn't just about Christine and Robyn. It was about Kody's favoritism, about years of hidden tension, about a family collapsing before our very eyes. Looking back, fans see this as the breaking point. The secret that explained everything that came after: Christine's departure, Robyn's alienation, Kody's unraveling. But here's the question. Did producers protect the family or protect Kody? We deserve to see the truth. They hid Christine's pain to make Robyn look better. This proves Robyn wasn't innocent. Fan backlash was fierce. Viewers accused the show of manipulation, of sanitizing the truth, of hiding the ugliest reality to keep ratings steady. Christine found her voice. Robyn carried the weight of blame, and the confrontation that never aired lives on in whispers, rumors, and fan outrage. So what do you think? Should producers have aired the truth? Or were they right to protect the family's image? Let's deep dive. In full details, Part 3. Picture it. Christine at her breaking point, watching her children lose their friends, their schools, their stability. Janelle, torn by finances. Meri, emotionally detached. And Robyn, caught in the spotlight of suspicion. Kody's Vegas plan was chaos. He wanted control, not unity. But if Vegas was chaos, Flagstaff would become catastrophe. Kody's dream? One massive house, one united family. But the reality? Houses sold at a loss, children uprooted, relationships strained. And in this powder keg came the hidden showdown. On set, tensions exploded. Christine finally confronted Robyn, accusing her of favoritism, of influencing Kody's decisions, of breaking the fragile unity. Robyn, tearful but firm, shot back, "This isn't my fault, Christine. You gave up before I did." Cameras rolled, crew whispered, producers panicked. Would they air this eruption or bury it forever? According to insiders, contracts gave producers wide discretion. Airing the fight could expose the network to backlash. Instead, they cut it, sanitized it, and what viewers saw was only silence. They protect Robyn because she's Kody's favorite. Christine's pain was hidden to keep the show marketable. YouTube fan theory. But fans weren't wrong. This confrontation, this silenced moment, was the real turning point. In that unaired scene, Christine walked off set. Robyn broke down. The silence between them was louder than any words, and it never healed. The climax wasn't the move. It wasn't the house. It was this hidden confrontation. The truth fans never saw was that the family broke long before Christine officially left. The Vegas exit wasn't just a relocation. It was the trigger. The Flagstaff land wasn't just a dream. It was a wedge. And the confrontation wasn't just words. It was prophecy. Episode reference. Christine later admitting she couldn't do marriage with Kody anymore. Robyn's confessions of exhaustion. Janelle admitting financial risk. Reddit. That unseen fight explains everything. Facebook. Christine's strength started there. YouTube comment. They cut it because it showed who Robyn really is. The family didn't just split. They fractured at the root. And the Vegas exit, paired with the silenced confrontation, became the hidden breaking point of sister wives. But here's the lingering question. Did producers protect the family or protect their ratings? Christine found her freedom. Robyn remains isolated. Kody's dream of one house lies abandoned. And fans, still searching for the truth, have become the family's final jury. Kody promised Vegas meant privacy, prosperity, and fresh beginnings. But for Christine, Janelle, Meri, and Robyn, it became 4 separate houses, 4 separate lives. The cul-de-sacs that symbolized unity became walls of isolation. And when Kody announced his next plan, to abandon Vegas for Flagstaff, the walls crumbled. What followed was betrayal, anger, and an explosive confrontation buried in secrecy. Christine's breaking point came first. Her children were devastated, losing schools, friends, stability. Janelle wrestled with crushing financial risk. Meri, already distant, drifted further into isolation. And Robyn, the so-called favorite, found herself at the eye of the storm. Fawn quote Reddit 2019. Kody's Vegas plan was chaos. He wanted control, not unity. But if Vegas was chaos, Flagstaff would become catastrophe. Kody's dream was one mansion for all, a house to bring unity. But reality, houses sold at a loss, mounting debt, and a family on the edge of collapse. And in this powder keg came the confrontation. On set, Christine exploded. She confronted Robyn directly. "You're the reason he doesn't see us. You've changed everything." Robyn, tearful but sharp, fired back. "This isn't about me, Christine. You checked out long before I did." The crew froze. Producers whispered, "Do we air this or bury it forever?" What you saw on TV was silence, but the truth was volcanic. To understand why this mattered, you need to know the stakes. Polygamy, while practiced by the Browns, remains illegal. In most of the US, TLC had already faced backlash for normalizing it. A raw fight between wives risked more than ratings. It risked lawsuits, image, and advertisers. Networks sanitize conflict. They'll show tears, they'll show frustration, but accusations of manipulation and favoritism, that crosses into liability. So the confrontation was cut, and truth never aired. Janelle's struggle, approximately 4300. Janelle worried about finances. Selling homes at a loss segment. Why risk everything for desert land that still sits empty? Meri's isolation, approximately 4600. Meri already detached. Catfishing scandal references. Meri's loneliness foreshadowing her eventual estrangement. Robyn's burden, approximately 4900. Robyn painted as favorite, but also carrying guilt. They protect Robyn because she's Kody's choice. Every wife had her breaking point, but Christine was the first to act. Fans pieced together the puzzle. On Reddit, Facebook, and YouTube, theories spread like wildfire. That unseen fight explains why Christine left. They hid Christine's truth to protect Robyn. If we'd seen that scene, we'd see who Robyn really is. In hindsight, that confrontation was prophecy. Christine walked out on set. Later, she walked out for good. Robyn, tearful, stayed, but isolated. And Kody? His dream of one house lies abandoned. But the real question remains, did producers protect the family or protect their ratings? The twist is clear. The move wasn't unity, it was division. The confrontation wasn't drama, it was truth. And the family's collapse? It didn't start when Christine left. It started in Vegas. In upcoming episodes, the children's voices grow louder. Their perspectives, often ignored, are finally breaking through. What do they reveal about growing up inside Kody's dream and watching it fall apart? Christine found freedom. Robyn carries blame. Janelle clings to independence. Meri stands alone. And Kody faces the ruins of the family he built. So now we turn to you. Was Kody's Vegas exit a desperate grab for control or a doomed attempt at unity? And was Christine's confrontation with Robyn the moment everything had truly shattered? Comment below. Team Christine or Team Robyn? Hit like if you believe the truth should never be hidden. Subscribe for the next chapter in the Sister Wives saga, because this story, isn't over.